Jackson, and yeah, that's it. Okay. So we're gonna work on this. First of all, we have to look at the photograph, right? In the title that you have below in here. What do you think that this reading will be about based on the picture?
Um, Based on the picture that's reading, it could be about the crow
Yeah,
or bird.
but
It
it says
seems
bird brains.
about,
What do you think is going to be about?
uh, how the bird thinks.
Yes. What else?
Um, and how birds, well, in the picture, the bird is like a building.
Yes, perfect. And I maybe how they get their press, right?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So you know this part. This is called the grammar part, all right? The reading and use of English part one. You are going to have in the exam eight gaps, and you have to choose what is the right answer: A, B, C, or D. Okay, so let's analyze it together. We say the word bird brain is sometimes used to, and we have number zero has been done as an example, referred to someone who is considered stupid, right? But the behavior of the New Caledonian crows, here we have number one, assures, proves, concludes, or results. That verbs can be extremely intelligent creatures. What do you think is the correct answer?
Okay. I'm going to read some of the human.
We've got four options: assures, proves, concludes, or results that birds can be extremely intelligent.
Uh,
We're talking about the behavior of the New Caledonian crows. Okay, it's a new species. So this new behavior, right, of this species can assure, can prove, can conclude, or can result.
result.
Result that birds can be extremely different, extremely intelligent, sorry, because we are talking about that when we say the word bird brain, bird brain, it's sometimes to use it to call someone that is stupid. But it says, but the new behavior of the new species crows can assure, can prove, or can conclude, or can result. What do you think?
Assures.
Maybe, right? Okay,
Yep.
let's put assures. Okay, letter A.
Assures.
The next one, number two, it is, and we have strongly known, hugely known, deeply known, or widely known that they use sticks to extract food from holes in trees.
Yes, I think it's this. This.
This is the collocation, right? We always say known, it's well known, it's one, but it is another one. There is another one. It is strongly known, hugely known, deeply known, or widely known.
Strongly.
Okay, let's put it this. Number three, know that they use sticks to extract fruit from the holes in trees. And number three, we have until, yet, even, or still. Still creating hooks at the one and to make the task easier.
And to make it
We have until, yet, even, or still.
even.
Even, okay. That is number 4. Yes, right? Yes. And experiments conducted at the University of Auckland and recorded on film also show that they have a good understanding, a good learning, a good knowing, or a good informing of the principles of water displacement.
It could be understanding.
Yes, understanding. Mhm. Perfect. Number 5. The crowds work up, work towards, work on, or work out that the best way to reach a piece of food floating in a half-filled tube of water is to drop objects into the tube. What do you think? The crowds work out, work up, work towards, or work on. We have to be we have to analyze this because, for example, work on it cannot be impossible. Work on, yes, right? Because we use work on when you are going to work on something, but in this case, it says that work that the best way. So on, it's not. It cannot be. It can be up, towards, or out. Have you ever heard about this phrasal verb work out? Do you know what is the meaning of this phrasal verb?
Nope, I don't know what's the meaning work
Okay, actually,
out.
this phrasal verb is the answer, work out. Work out is just when you're, it's like similar like find out. Yes, like you can imagine or you can suppose what it can be. Work out. Work out an idea or work out a situation or things like that. Okay,
Okay.
that is. Just let me select this one. Okay, out. Number 6. So they work out, right? That the best way to reach a piece of food floating in a half-filled tube of water is to drop objects into the tube. Two, to expand the water, to grow the water, to raise the water, or to enlarge the water level.
Mm, yeah, it, like I said, maybe race.
Yes, raise, that is.
Right.
Raise.
Or
The next one, number 7. What's more, they are capable of distinguishing between objects that will drown, that will sink, that will plunge, or that will dive in loose, and those that will float. So it says that also they can be able to distinguish between objects that will drown, that will sink, that will plunge, or that will dive, and those that will float.
dive.
Dive. All right. In this case,
Mm,
no, it is not the answer, but at the end I'm going to show you. Okay, and I'm going to explain you why. So number 8, favor, advantage, request, or wish we have. They reject hollow objects in favor of, in advantage of, in request of, or in wish of. This is very easy.
that would be Chile.
This is a collocation actually.
Favor.
Yes, in favor of. There you are. So let's analyze the right answers. There you are. The number 1 is proofs, right? It cannot be assured because if we assure that it's that you take it for granted that you make sure that it is, but proofs it's that you have to prove, right? Something. It says, but the behavior of New Caledonian crows proves, prueba que the verse can be extremely intelligent. That is the way. Number two is widely known. So please don't forget, this collocation is very common in the B2 level. Widely known, ampliamente conocido. Okay, that is. Number three is understand. No, sorry, even. Yes, you were right. Even. Number four is understanding. Perfect. Number five is out. As I told you, work out. Number six is race. Number seven is sink. Because plunge, it cannot be. A dive, not. Sink is the right one. By the way, do you know what is the difference between sink, plunge, and dive, my dear Jonathan?
Mm, those words
Because
I
they are
don't know.
similar, right? You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
For example, is like hundir.
Yes,
Um.
sink es hundirse, ¿ok? Plunge es
Yep.
sumergirse
Yes.
y dive es bucear.
Yep.
Yes, and as we are talking about objects, the objects
Yeah.
cannot dive, right? Por eso descartamos.
Yeah. I was remembering that some people practice diving.
Yes, but objects cannot dive. Objects
Yes.
cannot plunge as well, right? But objects can sink. Los objetos sí se pueden
What
hundir.
was the meaning of plunge?
Plunge es sumergirse.
Yeah. This
Entonces,
is it works with like submarine,
yes.
things like that.
Tenemos que hacerlo así. Estamos hablando, dice, distinguish between objects, entre objetos. Sí, los objetos no pueden sumergirse por sí mismos. Los objetos no pueden bucear, por lo tanto no es plunge ni dive, por lo tanto es sink. Y el que
Yeah.
sale sobrando es drown, que ese no tiene nada que ver ahí. Exacto. That is the way that we have to analyze this part. And number 8, in favor of. Yes. This part is kind of tricky. It's very tricky because the options are very similar and you have to
Yeah.
decide what is the correct one. That is why you have to analyze very, very deeply. Yes, so let's
Yes.
move on to the next part. Let's go over the reading and use of English part 2. This is called the open close. Okay, but first, here we are reading regarding gray wolves. As you can see, there are 3 paragraphs, and we have to choose. All right, to this side. Can you see the words that are involved? Yes, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And in this part, below we have a chart in which we have to classify them into articles, auxiliary verbs, linking words, negative words, possessive adjectives, relative pronouns, words in comparisons, and verbs in collocations. Okay, so let's go. Number 0, as you can see, is at and has been done. Okay, it's a preposition. Number 2, there. What kind of word is this?
And that is possessive
Yes,
adjectives.
possessive adjective. Not. It's a negative word, right? Yes.
Yep. Negative word.
This word, a number.
And
It's
an article.
an article. Which?
Which
Do you remember?
let me see.
I am sure that you should know this word. What kind of word is this? Which? It's,
Relative.
yes, it's a relative pronoun.
Yep.
Yes. Number 5, then.
Then words in comparison.
Yes, words in comparisons. Although, number 6, although.
Linking word.
Yes, it's a linking word. Then we have number 7, give. It says give birth.
If this is birthing
Yes,
collocation.
birth in collocations. And number 8 is are. It's an auxiliary verb, right?
Yep, auxiliary.
Yes, an auxiliary verb. Okay. Now let's go over the part 2. Okay. Remember, the part 1 in the exam is going to be the one that we did it right now. That you have to choose what is the right answer. Okay. The multiple choice. The open close is the part that you have to think of a word. Only one word. Okay. That best fits every single gap. Okay. As you can see here, wolves have something in common with dogs that may come as a surprise to you. Okay. Come as a surprise. That is a collocation. Come as a surprise. A recent study carried,
Okay, out.
yes, carried out by Dr. Dorothea, and that's her name. That last name, I don't know how it's the pronunciation. I guess it's Footless Lucy, right? And her colleagues at the Evodos Laurent University in Budapest has shown that wolves like dogs, right, or such as dogs, can become fond humans.
By.
I told you, and we learned these phrases. Do you remember what was the synonyms instead of saying I like that we were talking about in the previous lesson?
Uh,
Do you remember that I told you that instead of saying I like, you can say keen on and fond.
nope, I don't remember.
Okay, fond of. So don't forget, fond of or keen on. In this case, is fond of humans.
One.
Yes. Instead of saying that they like humans. Okay? It's a more advanced way.
I've never heard that word.
Never, never. But I told you in a
Nope.
previous lesson when you were both, Sarah and you.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
don't so don't forget. In,
Hold on. Is like.
sorry,
What was the meaning of fun of? Is.
the synonym of I like
Yeah,
or like.
yeah.
Okay, instead of saying I like, for example, I like playing soccer, you can say I am fond of playing soccer or keen on as well. Yes.
Yep.
The next one.
Alright.
For 3 months, 10 researchers each raised one wolf cub at home as it were a normal puppy.
For 3 months, the weekend, each release at home as. Eh, 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 eh. Like, let me.
Yes, yes, please analyze it. It says for three
Mm,
months, in this kind of exercise, you have to read it so many times as possible so that you can internalize the meaning of the sentence in the context, okay? It says for 3 months, right? 10 researchers each raised one wolf cub, right? At home as it were a normal puppy.
as a pet,
As a pet, no, remember that it's only one word. Yeah, it's only one
yeah,
word. Mhm.
as pet.
As pet, it. Okay. Where is another puppy? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, and at the end I'm gonna show you why it's not the answer. Okay, number 4. They cuddle the cubs, feed them from bottles, and them for walks. This could be not difficult for you.
Take them.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
take them, but in this case we're talking in past. So it means that it is
to.
took them for walks. Okay, yes. The
Yep,
first
it's the
discovery,
past.
number 5, the first discovery they made Okay, so the first discovery that they made that young wolves are difficult to control. Very easy. The first discovery they made, what?
Made up.
No. The first discovery
Wolves.
they made is, okay, is. The first discovery that they made is, or can be was as well. Yes, the first discovery they made is that
Ah,
young
yeah.
wolves, yes, or was that the young wolves are difficult to control. So they discovered that.
Yeah.
Mhm. And
So
make terrible
they
pets. It seems there, sorry, it seems there is, right? It seems there is, and we have safe place for your cup of coffee with a wolf cup in the home.
yeah,
So what do you think is here?
it's,
We are talking in a positive way or in a negative way? Sorry,
uh,
what word did you say?
the- not there
Not.
is
Yes,
not
it's not,
it's not
but without the letter T. There is no. That is. There is no.
it's
Okay?
not
You have to get used to or to get familiarized that the way of that we say when there is something, that there is not something where we Latin American people in Latin America we used to say there is not, okay? But in the real world, native speakers used to say there is no time, there is no money, there is no safe place like in here. Yes, there is no. Yes, without the letter T. Okay,
yeah,
so
there's
please
no
get used to this. There is no safe place for your cup of coffee, yeah, with a golf cup in home. It also became clear, though, that they are able to form lasting relationships with humans. Aged 2 to 4 months, the cubs were located to the animal park where they being born.
path.
Yes, have. Mhm. Here, they were visited regularly by their caregivers who found that even after 2 years, the wolves greeted them warmly than they did a human stranger. It can be an intensifier here, right? For example, so warmly, or much warmly, or very warmly. What do you think?
So
So warmly, right? Okay, so I'm gonna show you the answers. There you are. Number one is carried out. Perfect. Number two is found of. Okay, so don't forget found of.
yeah, that's
Number three, it was as if or as though. Yes, that is why it says as if it were or as though it were. Como si fuera. Okay.
yeah. First,
Number four is took. Number five is was or is. Number six is no. Number seven is had been born. Perfect. And number eight is more. More warmly. Because we have the word than and we're making a comparison. More warmly than.
yeah, yes, yes,
Yes, it's a comparison there. And that it's
yes.
now we're going to go in order as in the reading use of English part. And this is the part three. This is called the word formation. You know what to do, what you have to do here. So let's do it together, okay? Number one, as always, number zero has been done as an example. You have to change these words into another version of the same word. The length, we have long, the length of the tunnel is roughly 50 kilometers. Number one, his third book is lively in, and we have humor, a account of family life. What do you think is there?
Humoristic.
Or humorous?
Yeah.
Yes, lively and humorous. Okay, account of family life. The company, number two, the company took on 2,000 new last year, and we have employed. What do you think is there?
Employers.
Employees.
Mm.
Okay, employees. Don't forget, we don't say employer, employers, employees. Number three, rising prices have forced consumers to. This is very interesting, this part, and actually I'm gonna show you some grammar on this. Rising prices have forced consumers to their belts, and we have tight. Do you know?
I don't know what this title.
Tight is an adjective. Have you never seen it?
No.
Tight. To tight your belt. Tight significa que es ajustado, ¿sí? Fuerte.
Yeah.
Pero si yo estoy hablando de un verbo aquí, ¿sí? Rising prices have forced the consumers to tighten their belts, ajustar sus cinturones. Listo, tenemos una parte interesante aquí. For example, you know what short is an adjective, right? What is the meaning of short?
Short. It is like short.
Yes, right? Pequeño, right?
Yeah.
Sabemos que es pequeño.
Yeah.
And we have length. The first one, la que está en el número cero, length. What is length? It's a noun, right?
Yeah.
Es un sustantivo, length. ¿Ok? Pero si nosotros aumentamos la e y la n en un sustantivo o en un adjetivo, este se convierte en verbo. ¿Sí? For example, you know that short is small, right? But if we say shorten, okay, with
Short.
en, it means it turns into a verb y significa acortar, ¿sí? O hacer pequeño, shorten.
Yeah.
For example, we have length, que es longitud, pero si nosotros añadimos la e y la n, se transforma en lengthen, ¿ok? Y significa incrementar la longitud de algo, o lo que diríamos alargar, the verb, ¿ok? And that's work with all of the adjectives and nouns. For example, you know what is wide, right? What is wide? My dear Jonathan, the meaning in Spanish of wide.
White.
Not white, the color white. The
White.
wide, the
The
adjective.
amplio.
Yes, but if we say widen, it's a verb. What do you think is widen?
Ampliar.
Yes. For example, we have deep. What is deep?
Profundo.
Yes,
Deep.
but if we say deepen,
Profundizar.
yes, right? We have broad. Broad. It's like wide, right? Amplio, broad,
Yeah.
extenso. But if we say broaden, significa ampliar as well. Okay. And that happens also with colors. For example, you know what the color white is blanco, right? But if we say whiten, blanquear.
Yeah.
Dark is it's a noun, oscuro, right? But if we say darken, oscurecer, we have red, the color red, okay? But if we say redden, it means enrojecer. For example, you know what is bright? It's an adjective or a noun, bright.
Bright
Hmm.
adjective,
Yes,
right?
but if we say
Yeah.
brighten,
Right.
right? What is the meaning of brighten as a verb?
Como
Abrillantar,
alumbrar
right? Exact.
o
Hmm.
evidente.
Yes. And that's how it works basically. For example, if we say hard, you know what is hard? Difficult, right? Hard. But if we
Yeah.
say harden, what do you think it
Dificultad.
means? Uh-huh. Yes. We have soft, right? But if we say soften and suavizar, and quick, know that quick is very fast, okay? But if we say quickly, quicken, sorry, what do you think it
Eh,
means?
como acelerar.
Yes. We have, for example, weak, that is devil in Spanish, okay, weak. But if we say weaken, debilitar. And that's how it works with all the adjectives and nouns. If you add the letter E and the letter M to a noun or an adjective, it changes into a verb. Okay? Did you know that?
Yeah, right now I learn.
Yes. So don't forget. Basically, there are more words that we
Yep.
can we can deal with right now, but we don't have so much time. Okay, so don't forget this. So let's keep going. Number four, it is becoming, and we have increased difficult for young people to find work. What do you think is here? It is becoming increasingly. It's an adverb. It is becoming increasingly difficult for young people to find work. Yep. Number five. Unfortunately, the train was both noisy and very, that is very easy, comfort.
Tengo uncomfortable.
Yes, uncomfortable. Number six. Desert animals cope with or deal with the hat in a number of ways.
eh, co- with the-
Hot.
Mm,
No.
nope. No.
With the heat in a number of ways. Hot is the adjective and heat is the noun.
No.
Yes. Number seven. Cook the mixture or allow heat in a medium sized, and we have sauce. This is an object. No.
Mm,
In a medium sized saucepan, right? Saucepan. That is. Number eight. This achievement, and we have ordinary, won her a place in the record books.
mm, extra.
Yes, extraordinary. Perfect. There you are. It seems that do you have trouble when joining to the lesson in Teams, Microsoft Teams? Because it seems like Sarah is having trouble all of the time.
Yes, I in the computer the app doesn't work, so I have to connect in my cell phone.
Okay, so it seems that we are going to have the lessons through Zoom, okay, from now
Uh,
on. Yes, from now on, because, but the only problem is that every 40 minutes we have to join again. Yes, so
it's
yes,
no problem.
but we have to do it because it's another time that Sarah cannot join in as well you. Yeah, and that is a
Mm,
problem. So from now on we're going to have the lessons through Zoom, okay? So don't forget. So let's keep going. The next part is the same, okay? We have to make the new version of every single word. As we have here, here is some brief inform, and we have information for anyone thinking of following a career in the circus. There is, of course, a wide range of jobs available. Trapeze artists, acrobats, clowns, and we have magic.
magical.
Yes, magical or magicians. What do you think?
But there is, of course, a wide range of jobs available. Yes, magician.
Okay, a few circumstances, right? Uh, a few circuses train their own performers, but usually there are more interest in someone who can already demonstrate a circus related, but usually they are more very easy.
Yeah, I get lost.
Yeah. Number two,
Yeah,
a
again.
few circuses train their own performers, but usually they are more,
Interest in someone who can already
yes,
demonstrate. Someone
interested
who
in, right? Interested in
interest
someone
interest
who can already demonstrate a circus related, and we have able or skill.
to demonstrate.
So the right answer here is ability or ability, right? A circus related ability or skill. Schools are the best way of aspiring athletes to develop their talents and can be either connected to a large circus or else totally, and we have depend. It says that it can be either connected to a large circus or they can be totally independent. Yes, that is. And let's keep going. Circus, number five. Circus performers need to be physically fit and possess the necessary mental, and we have a
Strongly
strength, strength.
straight.
Strong is the adjective, strength is the noun. Okay? La fuerza mental, strength. To cope with the intense training and obvious demands of the job. They are also flexible and able to adapt easily, right? Easily to
Yep.
new situations, particularly as circuses are frequently on the move. The next one. Additionally, for many jobs within the circus, good concentration is essential. Fire eaters and acrobats cannot afford to be care. Fire eaters and acrobats cannot afford to be It could be careful, careless, or carelessly. What do you think is here?
Careful.
Yes, to be careful as mistakes can have, and we have disaster consequences.
The
What do you think is here?
disaster.
Yes, disastrous consequences. And there you are. Magicians, number one. Interested in ability. Number four, independent. Easily, strength. Yes. Careless, to be careless. Because you don't have to be careless, okay? And disastrous.
What is careless?
Okay,
Menos.
you know what is careless is descuidado. Dice, ellos no pueden ser descuidados, ya que los errores can have disastrous consequences. Careless.
Yeah.
También tenemos el adverbio ahí, carelessly. Carelessly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's move on to the next part, and we are going to finish this lesson by practicing some speaking. Remember that speaking part one is there are some questions, randomly questions that you are going to be asked by the examiner. Okay. So tell me, how often do you change your phone?
Uh, well, I change my phone when it doesn't work. So I every phone that I had it
Yes.
works. Yeah, until it. Uh, yeah, but, I have to buy a new phone when my old phone is damaged.
Yes, perfect. What are the apps that you use the most on your cell phone or on your tablet if you have or your computer?
Yes, the best app that I use the most is Facebook because in Facebook I can find a lot of information that I like. Some people told me that I I should use TikTok,
Yeah.
but uh, I don't know how to use that app.
Oh, yeah, because it's like kind of difficult for you. Number three, how do you think your life, specifically your life, will change in the next 12 months or in the next year?
I think that my life will change a lot because I have a lot of goals to do. Um, for example, I want to study more English, so I think that this will help me um, in my job. So I think my life is going to change a lot.
Yes, perfect. Number four, I need you to tell me about someone you know who has changed in some way in the recent years.
To be honest, I don't know about people that has a change, but maybe my cousin, because he has a company, and he works a lot, so the company is, how can I say, creciendo.
They are growing up.
Yep. The company is growing up, and they have a lot of stores in different cities.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Great. And the last one, what changes do you think should be made to your school, colleague, or workplace right now? Are you there?
Eh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Me he colgado. Okay.
Yeah, so don't forget. So don't worry, sorry. Do you work in a school, at a school, or where do you work?
In a community,
Oh, yeah.
yep.
So what do you
So
think? What changes do you think should be made to your workplace?
maybe the time, because I live far away from my home, and in this community there isn't transport, so it's just there is a bus
Oh, yeah, so
just
that is, so for
hours. Yep,
example, the means of transport, yeah, the facilities to for you to get from home to work.
yep. So I have to complete the hours.
Yes,
So maybe the transport, or the time that in which I work.
yes, that is. Okay. And the last question, that is a new one that I'm gonna ask you. What do you think it could be a change for the better in our country or in the world?
Repeat the question, please, because the dogs are barking.
Okay, okay, so don't worry. What do you think it could be a change for the better? Yes, in our country, in Ecuador, or in the world overall, in a general way? What could be a change for the better, according to you?
Mm, maybe in, I think also depend the way that the people take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it depends how people take it.
Just for example, in your case, what would you do in order for make a betterment in the society, in the current society?
Um, mm, eh, well, I think that I would like to change my, I don't know, my forma de ser. How can I say
Yes,
that?
your way of being.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't like a lot of things.
Yes.
I I don't have friends,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't like talk with others. So I just spend time in my room.
Okay, so you prefer to be alone all of the time as possible, right?
But this
Yeah.
is, I think that is a problem, or not, or it is depend of the person.
Oh yeah, perfect. So I think that we don't have so much time, then this is enough time to practice the listening part. Because there are 8 questions. No, so we don't have. So the next lesson we continue with this, okay?
Okay.
Can you remind me please, my dear Jonathan, what was the pages that I sent you as a homework on the last lesson?
Yep, the homework was in the page 15 and 16.
15 and 16. Okay, yeah, so it means that you have homework from pages number 17, 18. Okay, so don't forget. And please be honest with yourself because from this depends your progress on this course, okay? You have to practice a lot. All of the sections, the parts, the grammar, the vocabulary that we learn in an hour, in this lesson, in every single lesson, you have to put it into practice whenever you have free time, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so don't forget.
Could you repeat the pages
17 and
from
18 from the workbook.
18? Okay.
Yes, that is. Remember that there is a writing part, yes, that says that you have to write an informal email. And as you can remember, yes, I showed you in the previous lesson how to write an email. But anyways, you have in the Google Drive folder that you can see here, the writing guides. You have two writing guides, this one here and this one, okay? You can use them because in there you are going to find how to write an article, an email, an essay, a letter, an article, a review, and useful vocabulary so that you can write it, okay?
Yep.
Yes, okay. So tell me, my dear Jonathan, I need you to tell me what was the most difficult part in this lesson today
Yep.
from
In
the
this
four
lesson,
parts. Yes.
was that the part that we have to transform the words.
Oh, yeah. But that is easy
Yep.
to solve because you just have to acquire the more amount of words that you can. Okay? You have to know
Yeah.
what is the adverb, the adjective, the noun, the verb, and so on of every single word. Okay? And that's
Yes, I
it.
have
Yes.
that.
But I think the most difficult part actually is the keyword transformation, right? Because you have to paraphrase the sentences, the part four.
Yeah. I
Yes,
thought that you said in this class for today, up today.
yes, yes, up to date. Okay. And the last one question, just one thing here. Remember, in part one, okay, we're going to make a review of what you have to do in every single part of the reading and use of English section, okay? Remember, the part one is called the choice clause. And you have to choose what is the right answer, okay? Okay, one advice here. You shouldn't you shouldn't left the answers in blank. Okay, never, never in the exam. Okay, for example, let's imagine that no matter how hard you think of the answer, you don't get it the answer. Okay, you don't know what is the answer. Please don't leave it in blank. Okay, because for example, it can be by chance that you get the right answer. So remember, you don't have to leave the answers in blank. Okay. Number part two is called the open close. And what do you have to do in the open close, my dear Jonathan? In the part two,
Right.
to think of a word. Remember, only one word. Nor two, neither three. Only one word. Okay. In the part three, that is the word formation, is that you have to change the words, okay, into another one. And in the part four of the keyword transformation, you have to, how many words that you have to use in the part
Three.
four? No, no, in the part four that is called the keyword transformation that you have to paraphrase the sentence with the keyword.
Yep. Words.
Yeah, no more than five words between two
Yeah.
and five
Two.
words. That is the rule. Okay, so be careful. Between two and five words, no more than that, and nor less. Okay, that is. So if you don't have, do you have any question, something that you want to know? Maybe no.
No.
Okay,
It's
so with that said, thank you so much for being here. Remember that the lesson is going to be uploaded right now so that you can uh, take a look at it or check it whenever you need. Okay. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye bye, my dear Jonathan. Have
Okay,
a good
teacher.
one. Bye bye.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much.